Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how the AGL Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegito does in the Omega Shenron event. Now AGL Vegito SS4 obviously was the Dragon Ball Heroes headlining unit that came out during the most recent Heroes celebration, and very obviously is a very strong unit. He was really good when he came out and still is very good. A little bit tied to his teams, of course, but is still just in general a very strong character. And yeah, overall he's really solid. A couple of things that are really good about him. So he has 80% damage reduction for the first 5 turns, as long as he is on a team that has either all full power or all giant 8 power category units in the rotation. Which is power beyond Super Saiyan. I think no, it's giant 8 power or crossover. Thank you. Sorry, had to check myself there. But yeah, basically, he has a really high level of damage reduction, which is obviously super duper great. And in general, he looks really solid when it comes down to like his overall performance. The big thing with how well he does is just generally speaking how often he crits and how many additional attacks he does. If you get a really good run from Vegito, he can essentially solo this entire event, which is pretty impressive. He's just that good. As you can see from his attack stats, he really does do some insane numbers in terms of attack stats and just overall performance. So definitely a very strong unit. Incredibly powerful, and has a really good kind of presence for a lot of these events. Not to mention his team is pretty good. He's now got the extremely awakened physical SS4 Vegito, who's obviously very good. A unit that does a really good job supporting him and kind of just beefing up with him, which is always something that's super valuable. And yeah, honestly speaking, Vegito does a great job. I don't really think there's anything wrong with his performance. I think for the most part he's pretty fantastic. He has that 70% crit chance, which is huge. He also has that 70% damage reduction for the first 6 turns, and that's very big. It's very big, very important. Obviously, if he has physical Vegito, it's a huge buff for him as a unit to have physical Vegito in the lineup. Obviously huge in terms of just damage, stats, support as well. And him and physical Vegito just make an incredibly powerful, incredibly good rotation. The big thing with him is basically, are you going to be able to get the luck when it comes to his super attacks? So as long as you have a giant 8 power, you have that great chance of launching an additional super attack, which is very important. If you build him full additionals, that means you can get up to 3 super attacks as well, which is all really good. And if you can get those, he can do huge damage. Remember, each one pretty much is guaranteed to crit, or thereabouts, has a super high chance of critting. So when he starts to throw out additionals, he looks really good. As I mentioned, he raises an attack for 1 turn, which is really excellent. The big thing with him is there is a little bit of a drop off after that 6th turn. So once you fall off that 6th turn, you go back to 30% damage reduction, which is fine. It's not bad at all, but it just means he can no longer be a first slot option. He then definitely becomes a 2nd slot option, although he does fine. And if you save the active skill, he'll actually still do fine, because he will still boost his own defense with the active skill as well. So very good from that perspective. All in all, AGL Vegito, much like how he did for every other bit of content, is still excellent in the Omega Shenron event, and he's still extremely powerful and extremely potent in not only the Omega Shenron event, but pretty much in any other event. A large portion of how well he does and how well his team does is down to how many additional super attacks he gets. If Vegito pops off and gets a huge amount of additional super attacks, comes out with a really strong offensive performance, then generally speaking the team is strong enough to really clean up and do a fantastic job with all the other positions that it's in. However, if the team does not have some good offensive representation from him, then it does tend to struggle a little bit because outside of him and like physical Vegito, a lot of the other units don't do insane damage. Not terrible, they're just not insane, or as insane as Vegito. But yeah, that's basically it from me. Honestly speaking, pretty good stuff. I think very impressive unit, and yeah, for me, really good performer. But that's it from me. See you next time. Bye.